I am super excited to announce the launch of Alkander's Almanac of all things. Since I started this Dungeon Coach YouTube channel, I've had one goal, which is to help you play Dungeons and Dragons in the best and most customized way to you. I have over 100 different videos on the channel now, and a lot of them focus on giving you options to customize your game experience to best fit your group. And some of you even noticed that a lot of my videos were covering lots of different parts of the game, and I was leading up to this thing. Almost as if I was working on an expansion for 5th edition. Well, you were right, because all of us want something different from our Dungeons and Dragons experience. Even players at the same table want different things. So Alkander's Almanac of all things is my best possible solution for this. There are hundreds of rule variants, options, and customizable rules here that you can pick and choose from. And which ones you choose might be different for each group that you play with, which will also be different from the set of rules that I choose to play with, because I don't even use all of these rules. That'd be crazy. Because whether I'm at my own table or sharing this with you, it's not about what I think is best. It's about what fits your group and what everyone is excited for. So this book is a literal buffet table of awesome options for you to choose from and bring to your table. Buffet table? Huh? But this Kickstarter has been a culmination of years of preparation of coming up with tons of different rules and trying to combine them together in one resource now. Because this is the 3 core pillars of Dungeons and Dragons: combat, exploration, social encounters, each having their own rule set to be able to expand on and choose from. When I first announced this modular rule set, a lot of people started calling it D&D 5.5 edition. But the biggest reason why I don't say that, apart from copyright reasons, is Alkander's Almanac is not just presenting one single rule set of how something should go. I am presenting with sometimes multiple options that you are bound to love at least one of. Even the rules themselves have little things you can tweak around in entire sections called DC Tips to help you have some ideas for how you might fit it to your game. But we can all think of some part of the game that's just missing a little something, or maybe there's something there that you want to do that the current game system doesn't allow you to. Because like I said, this makes sense because 5th edition is a great edition. I absolutely love it. But it cannot fit everyone's needs with one rule set. And that's exactly why I structured Alkander's Almanac in this way. You start off with the base rules as written, but then you can go through this book with your entire group even and pick out what cool, fun rules you want to add in there. Customize your experience. Players can get a copy and bring it to their DM, who might thank you for sparks of inspiration that you could possibly get from these rules. Take them and make them your own. So what all is in this book? Chapter 1, combat. So what if you want combat to be more tactical, especially for those martial characters? I have new conditions, new grappling mechanics, entire sets of actions for martial classes to be able to use to embrace their creativity, called shots, changing up how opportunity attacks work, and different tweaks to something simple as falling prone can change combat. And don't worry, spellcasters, I also have plenty of things for you too, like options on how to run counter spells differently, different ways to do spell criticals, and how to overcharge your spells to push the limits of your magic. Or maybe you want to dial things up and make your combat more challenging or deadly. I have entire sections for new death mechanics so that the threat of death really feels real and you don't have all this whack-a-mole stuff where somebody falls down, they're unconscious. Oh, don't worry, it's fine. My turn's. No, I don't want to have these feelings of like, it's fine for my friend to fall down almost unconscious. Or what about lingering injuries whenever you take huge hits in combat and your character has an injury they have to figure out how to overcome and heal up from? Or to take it even farther, what if a character actually dies? I have an entire resurrection mechanic for the party to come together and creatively figure out how to role play and use their talents in different ways than normal. Think outside the box to be able to bring their friend back. And speaking of friends, what about changing up how the flow of combat and initiative works to let your party be able to go together at the same time and pull off some sweet combo attacks, which is also another part of the book. Combo moves. Chapter 2, exploration. This will focus on the exploration pillar of Dungeons and Dragons with multiple different ways to run combat based on whatever you're wanting to give that feel for your players. Do you want it to be exciting and unknown, or do you just want to speed through it and it not slow down the game? There's also new ways to run off random encounters and downtime, and my personal favorite homebrew of mine, my patented rest system. It makes hit dice more relevant, stops having those groups rest in the dead middle of dungeons, and increases inter-character roleplay. Which brings me to Chapter 3, social encounters. The social interaction pillar of Dungeons and Dragons is something currently I don't feel like there's enough resources for. I have entire rule systems in this section and spread out throughout this entire book that help increase roleplay in yourself as a dungeon master and your players. Different tips and tricks on how to weave social encounters and all 3 of these pillars together to keep them perfectly balanced. And then there's the stretch goals and add-ons for Alkander's Almanac that unlock even more systems that I feel are seriously missing from 5th edition. A full crafting system to show you how to actually create anything you want and different options and things you can tweak right there. Weapon and armor systems that actually feel different. Different weapon types actually feeling different. A spear being different than an axe being different than a sword. Different shield options that feel different than just one armor class versus two. How to run skill challenges or even something like mass combat. And I also want to add D20 resolution systems to help you figure out mechanically how you want to do something. Because sometimes there's a thing you want to do in a game and you don't really know how. You want to have the dice roll off. Do they just make skill checks? How do you do it? I'll have multiple different options so you can choose how you want to run off something like a chase scene, group checks, or even something like a player wants to learn a new skill proficiency. How does that even work? So the more backers that join literally make this book bigger and bigger, and I'll be filling it with more and more art too, because I want this thing to truly be a top tier resource for every game table. I have a point by feat system that I've already been working on for years now. It lets you fully build a race or feats with over 200 different mini feats that are balanced by points that you can pick and choose from to build your own stuff. And I have a bonus level up system for extra customization for your characters. They include bonus features every single time a player levels up. They get extra stuff to be able to customize what they want to do. Both of these systems are available. You can check them out over on my website to get a taste of the type of stuff I've created if you've never seen my stuff before. Because I'd love to expand on these systems and add more systems like multi-classing and stuff. And who knows, that might be another Kickstarter in the future. And there's higher reward tiers, lets you submit your own homebrew content to be reviewed by me and my team. And if we like enough what we're seeing, of course, we're going to give you the feedback. But if it's next level enough and it really looks like something that I would incorporate into this vision I have for this expansion of 5th edition, I'd include it in the book and you get the credit. Because for me, this has always been from the beginning more than just YouTube, more than just creating content. It's about the community. And there are so many creative ideas out there from the community that I have so far. And hopefully that we can reach out to find more people. Because as I say with my own rules that I want you to take and run with yourself, I'd want to do the same with yours. See what ideas we can all come to, combine together, put our heads together, and think outside the box. There's also a physical bundle you can get where you get handmade custom t-shirts by my wife. She's really good at doing that. Flash drives with every single PDF that I've ever made on it. And of course, you'll get some custom purple dice and a miniature of Alkander himself. Look at that thing. It's so cool. And this is the only time I'll be doing a hardcover copy launch of Alkander's Almanac, because of course the PDF will be available in the future and stuff. But this Kickstarter is the only time I'll be able to afford book runs like this. Because right now, as a lot of you know, I'm a school teacher by day and YouTuber by any other time of the day. And I'm really trying to have this Kickstarter be the thing that can kickstart me into maybe doing this full time. So we'll see how that goes. But you supporting this Kickstarter is more than just supporting the creation of this book. This could be a game changer for me and my family to truly do this as a living and make as many things as possible as I can to give back to this community who made it all possible. But enough of that. I hope you see this passion project of Alkander's Almanac of all things and get excited about what you can do with it at your table. I appreciate you sharing this thing around in any way that you can, whether it's just within your group or on social media in whatever way that you have. You'd be surprised how much you, the people watching this, can really turn this thing into something massive. So really thank you so much for caring enough to watch this part of the video. And I really hope that in some way through my videos or other resources, I've helped take your game to the next level. And if I haven't yet, don't worry, I'm in this for the long haul. I got you. I really think Alkander's Almanac is gonna knock your socks off. So make sure you check out everything down below. And in the spirit of the great Alkander, that's the purple dragonborn, by the way, on the cover. Maybe I should have said that. Stay creative and think outside the box. Peace.